afternoon everybody, welcome to Carnation Crafts TV. For this hour we are going to be looking at Floral Embrace. Now this is a back to air collection, but there's something really exciting about this because we are bringing you a brand new colourway that you will get completely free of charge. Now you can see the collection here. Maybe you've never seen this collection before, maybe you missed it first time round, or this is the first time you were seeing it. It is on an amazing show price for you of $69.99. You've got your free P&P with that one. Now the price on this is going to go back up at midnight tomorrow. The item number is 230911 and you've got your QR code that you can scan there at the bottom, but there's such a lot in this collection. You've got the halo card shape to start off with, which is this huge, I'm going to just spin it around so you can see it, because this is such a big, look at the size on that die. It is so intricate as well. It looks like such a stunning lace pattern on there. Now I will show you obviously what that makes when we get to the samples. But you've got your card shape, and then if we go over there you can see you've got your reaching heights, so you've got your labels, I can't think of the word then, the sentiment plaques with the sentiments there, so you've got with love, celebrate and for you, and you do get the artwork for them as well, but lovely sentiments that you can mix in with lots of other collections. And then if we go down, you've got reaching heights. Now look at these are absolutely stunning. Now I did use these in the earlier two shows and we did get messages in saying where are the flowers from, where are the flowers from. So this is the floral collection that you saw me using. Now you can see the colorway that you've got there on the package. It is the original colorway, but the colorway that you are going to be getting today is going to be completely different. Okay, obviously if you've already got the collection you can still get that. Now the idea with these is you can see you've got stems, and you can see there, and then you can build these flowers on top of those stems. So you essentially can make your own floral display, your own bouquet with these. And then if we go over here, these are your 3D ones. So like these will wrap around to just give you that real 3D effect like that. So can you see how they just pop around, so they really stand out, so you get some really nice 3D looking flowers. Now I'm going to go through some samples so you can see. Now I'm going to start with this one because this shows you exactly how that halo card shape has been designed to be, so you can see exactly what it looks like. So you've got your base, so that card will give you the matte layers with the base. You've got that stunning design there, and then the back part will you just fold up, wrap around, and that just locks in like that, so you can see how that will just fit in. And then you can build up all of your flowers on top of there and just build up your own display of flowers, and they will just stand up like that. How pretty is that? So I've got another one here, and this one actually you can see, look, has been used with a full circle, so you can mix and match these up if you want to make a full circle or if you want to use it as just a half circle. And then if you just push that in there like that, she says, right, hang on, if I just put that there and then we'll put that one in there, so that will clip together there. And then you can see, look, with the little leaves going across the bottom, you've got all of those flowers there built up like that. Look how pretty that looks. So again, another way of using it like that. That I think would make such a lovely like table piece, but you've got that one, so I'm going to put that there. Now you can obviously use these completely separately as well, like this one taking it away from obviously that base and using it as a card shape itself looks absolutely stunning. Pam did that one. Really, really pretty. And then I got, let's move that one here. Sue did this one. Look at this. Oh, I can't open it. That is so pretty. It's like a very clean, simple, but so effective. The flowers in the center really are so striking. And then I've got one here by Sue. And actually, Sue has used the back to incorporate in with the front part. So if we put, oh, I'm going to guess they're going to go there. Or would you want it there? Them ones. Oh, there you go. Well done, Sue. Let me put these in so you can see it in its full effect. There. Look at that. I love how she's used the base on the back as well to give you that background. That looks so pretty. And then I'm going to stick this one together before I show it to you so you can get the full effect. So that's going to go there. And then I think that goes there, but the glue's come off. I think so. I might be wrong. Who did this? Pam. Pam, if you're watching, let me know. Because that's got the tab on it. So I'm going to guess that goes there. Oh, actually it does. Hang on. Yes. Right, hang on. Let's see. So it'd go like that. And then you've got with love at the front. Really, really, really pretty. So you can see a mix of different ways. Now, we did have some as well that we showed you earlier. Now, I'm just going to put this here for a sec. And let me find, actually, on this one that we just showed you. So I'm just going to put now the card shape that you can see there. That's the slot and stand card shape. We did the shows on them earlier. So if you missed that, that is where that has come from. But I'm just going to put that there. And this one. Oh, actually, it's got that there. You can see them there. Just so I can put this here. Just so you can see the difference that you're getting in the colorways. If I go like, so you can see the new colorways that you're getting. So you can see how that, what is it, Bunny? I was going to say peony, but I was going to assume I was wrong. It's gone from like that pink color. So you've got that deep purple that you can see there. You've got the oranges, you've got more of the pinks in there, so you can see the difference that you're getting in the colorway. Obviously that's just that one. You have got the other one as well, which I think is the same, isn't it? That's gone more purple, you've gone peaches, and you've got whites in there, so you can see the difference. So really lovely colorways. Obviously the lovely thing, I love when Carnation recolor their flowers, because essentially you can use that pink peony with this purple peony and it looks as if you've got two completely different flowers, but it's the same dye that you're using. So you get a lot of variety when you're using different colorways but in the same dye. Right, before we go through the moods, there you go. Right, let's go through these so you can see exactly what it is that you're going to get. So you do have the Reach in Height floral. So this is the, what did you call them? Sentiment plaques. I like that, sentiment plaques. So you've got these. Now you've got with love, celebrate, and for you. And you do have different shapes in here, which I think are really lovely. And it does come with a border, so it's only for you. And then you can use this almost like the holder that they put in, like a bouquet of flowers. That you can pop that onto there. But like I said, you do get the artwork look for the wording, so you can see where that's come from. So it looks really lovely. And then just look at that. That is the prettiest board ever. Now, if I just grab that, so you can see. So can you see the difference? You've got that purple. Oh, that's from the other one. You've got these here. It's just a lot more. You've got more purples, I feel, and I feel like the other colours are a bit more softer. In here, you've got I just seen them somewhere. Was that? No. Was it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, there. I've got one here. See? Oh no. Oh, that one's there. So just so you can see the colour difference. And then these are the 3D ones that you'll see on the next one. But that is such a pretty bag. And do you know what? When you break that down, those flowers you could use for absolutely anything. They would go with so many collections. And obviously you've got more choice now because you've got the 2 different colorways to use. And then you've got the 3D ones then that you can see. So that is, so you can see that is them. These ones I feel like are almost like a bluey purple, where these are like a proper pink purple, if that makes sense. You've got your 3D flowers there as well that you can build up, so that's them. And then they are here. So you can see really nice peach tone, but you can see how you can work them all together to make it look as if you've got the amount of flowers as well. You do also get the card shape that we spoke about at the start. That is included in the collection. We've misplaced the board, so we don't have the board for that, but you can see you do still get that card base as well. Should we do the perfect papers? I'm just going to mention the perfect papers. So these are the ones from the Floral Embrace that go with the artwork that you can see on the packaging. So the original one, they are $14.99. And you can see how obviously they work perfectly with the original colorway that you would get in the collection. Now the new colorway has been designed from Wild Haven. So you can see the colours in here now will coordinate with these. So if I put... Oh, I just taught Bunny something! Check me out. So if you look now at them, you can see how they're going to work together, and you look at the original ones with them, you can see how those colours work really lovely. So they are 2 different packs of your perfect papers that you might want to consider adding in, or if it's brand new and you're getting it, I mean the price that you're saving, you could just treat yourself to 2 because you're going to get the 2 colorways anyway. But they are your colors. But don't forget, you do get free P&P with the collection. So if you do want to grab anything else like your perfect papers, or if you want to grab some glue, some cut tidy, anything at all, you are in that free P&P mark. So make the most of your free P&P. Right, now because we haven't got a board, I feel like we should start off with this card shape. So let's start with this. Right, so you've got your card base. Now obviously you're going to run this through. This has got artwork as well, so you can see you could cut it out in white if you wanted to, but you've got lovely shading and details added in on the artwork. I haven't got anything dark. I don't. I'm just trying to see if I had something dark that you could see it on. There. So you can see, look, you've got all of that little, the shading going around. So this is cut out with the artwork, so you can see all of that. You've got all those lines, and you can see these little lines in here, right? So when you're going to run that through, this is what you're going to end up with. And then I am going to put 2 of these on top of each other, right? Because I just want this to be really nice and strong. So if ever I am doing anything like this, where I want to add more cardstock to strengthen the cardstock, always use a wet glue, because using a wet glue will actually strengthen the cardstock more as well when the glue dries. So it kind of just adds more strength into it than it would if you just put 2 pieces of cardstock on, say with some tape. The wet glue is going to strengthen that as well. Right, so I'm just going to add in this now on top of the next one, just to strengthen this up. Now you do have a matte layers for this, and you can see that this back panel, which is the one that we do for the wrap round, is really easy to actually snip that pad out if you wanted to. So if you wanted to use it on a card, it would be really easy to just snip that bit out there, and then you've got that to put on a card. Or if you wanted to snip that bit out and add another one on this side and turn it into like a doily shape or a circle shape, really nice and easy to do that. Right, so we've got that there. Now before this dries, all you're going to do is just manipulate the cardstock into that almost like circle. Okay, so it doesn't need to be a perfect circle, but you just need to get a little bit of shape on it, so it's not fighting so much with the tab on the bottom, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to glue this because I don't want it to come up. I don't want it to come loose. So obviously depending on what you're going to do with it, who you're gifting it to. So when you put this down, you can use matte layers like this, so you can have matte layers for the base as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this round, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue there, and actually I'm going to put some on the other side as well, and then this is going to go in like that, and then I'm going to fold one back on itself and the other one the other way, so that, so can you see how there, yeah, like that. So obviously, you know, depends now on what you're going to do with it, because obviously if you're going to put it on a card or if you're going to post it out to somebody, you're not going to do that because you're not going to be able to fold it back. But if you were gifting it to somebody, maybe you're going to give it to someone, or you're going to put it in a box, then obviously you can do that. Right, now I need to make that stand up a bit, don't I, so you can see. Oh yeah, I don't know what else, because I don't feel like that glue is going to hold it up enough. Is that okay? Right, we'll give it, look, I'll put them. Right, we'll give it a go. If not, right, let's give it a go. Right, I'm going to start off, I'm going to add in some of our, I want to call it grass, but it looks too nice to just be grass. Oh, it's a, what, I can't call it a floral. What would you call it then? Just a sprig? Greenery slash sprig is what Bunny is telling me. So we'll go with that. Right, so we're going to stick that in there like that. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of these in, because I find it easier to just add something basically that you want in the background, you know, just to fill the space, and then go in, and then you can go in with your flowers and things. So like I'll add these in now, and then we'll add a couple of flowers in, and then go in and kind of see if we've got any gaps that want to fill. Obviously this is just the way that I find it easiest to do it. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, or you know, if you have a way of doing it that works for you, obviously keep doing that. This is just the easiest way that I find to do it. Right, so we're going to put them in there like that, and then I'm going to put that. Let's cut this down a bit. I'm going to put that there like that. So that is going to go, oh, I've done that the wrong way around, on there. Like that. So that's just going to hold that. Like that. Right, and now we're going to go in with our flowers. Right, oh, I need to get yeah, I've got the ball tool, I haven't got the mat. I'm sure there's one here. No, that's what I just looked at, because I'm sure there was one in the drawer. Bonnie's going to go and have, right, let's carry on building up. Let's do a flower. So this one now, I'm going to have this. I'm going to start off with this one going that way to fill that gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these on there. So let's go in with these. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the back of there. And then I'm going to put one on there like that. And then just put one there. And then I'm going to add in just a couple of these little buds. Oh, thank you. So just add one or two of these in. And you can see how easy that comes together. So they're really easy to use. They're really fun as well, because you can make them work exactly how you want them to be. So if you've got something there and you want to add it in, or you want to change it slightly, you can absolutely do that. Now I'm going to cut this down because I want this to go at the front. So I'm just going to cut that down so it's not sticking out as much. So let's put some glue on there, and then I'm going to pop that there. Like, oh, that. Right, now let's grab this and a ball tool, and we can shape some of these. So let's go in with, let's start with the big ones first. So let's put that there. And then I'm going to flip this round, and I'm just going to go in with my ball tool and just give this some shape. Now you can see the cut lines in these go all the way down the petals. So you can really go in, look, and get some really nice shape with these. I'll grab a bigger one. There. And then what I like to do is I'll go around all these petals and just get some shape in all of them. And you can see, look, how easy that is to just get that shape, and obviously the cardstock will just hold its shape like that, and then when you're done it's going to almost be like curled in on itself. So can you see how it's just curling out? So if I turn that around now and then get a smaller one, and then in the center just push in. There. So then just push that in like that in the center, and then can you see how that will just sit like that now, and then you've got all of that shape in there. So then let's put a little bit of glue on the end of that, and then we're going to put that on our stem like that. Now you could add in another one. Let's add in, yeah, why not? Let's add another one in. So flip it round, so the artwork that I want to use on the other side, and then just go over. You could even just go in with a bigger one, and then just, you know, just go in like that until you can see the petals coming up on itself. So keep going round until you've made a little flower ball like that. So you can see how it's like a little bowl, and then turn it round and then just go in the center and push, and then you've got that like that, ready to go. So I feel like this is a really fun one to use, because you're kind of essentially making your own flowers, your own designs and everything. Right, let's move that there. And then do we want to cut this stem down? No. Right, let's add a little bit of glue on the bottom of that. Add some glue and then work that in there. So let's grab tweezers, and then you can pop that in there, and then you just keep building. How are we doing on time, Bunny? Because I don't want to. I just don't want to spend the whole time decorating, you know. Right, let's go in. Right, so we've got that one going there, so we're going to add another one here now at the front. So we'll do same thing. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that one like that, and this one I'm just going to do it with my fingers, just so you can see the difference. So add that in like that, and then I think I'm going to add another one. No, I'm not actually. I'm not. I'm going to keep that like that. But I will add in that, I think. So a little bit of glue on there, and then I'm just going to pop that there, like that. And then that is just going to set there like that. So one thing you could do with these, that it's a bit hard because I like to see how it would sit when it's up, but one thing you can do is you could, before you wrap it round, you could leave it flat and put everything, glue everything like that, and then obviously if you are building the front of it like I am, then you could just do the front when you get to there. So you've got different ways of doing it. It's just sometimes it's nice to see how everything stands and how it falls into place. So you can just keep going with that. And then the same with those lovely purple flowers. What are these ones, Bunny? Oh, she's going to tell me. Oh, I thought you were going to just tell me off the top of your head. She's having a look. It's purple. So Bunny's thing is, if she doesn't know what something is, it's a sprig. And mine is, it's flower number 1. Flower number 2. It's a purple flower, Bunny. She doesn't know. A campanula or a bellflower. Oh, see, I feel like maybe I've heard of a bellflower. Well, there we go. Right, now I think I'll put the sentiment on and then we'll go on to another demo, because I feel like I could stay adding into this for forever, and obviously I don't want to just be making you guys watch that. Now I've got one of the sentiments, so those plaques, and I've got the sentiment, which even this is different, I think, isn't it? I like the artwork though. It almost looks like it is made of gold. So you've got lovely shading in there as well, which I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on there, but you've got, oh, you can. So you can see the light and the darker pieces. So it does look shaded as well. Really, really love it. It does really look 3D, doesn't it? Really nice. And that bit I am just going to stick on there to cover that tab. Well, that join really. So that, and then I would just carry on. Like, I've got so many more flowers there where you could just keep going in there and just, like, you know, add another one there and just keep building into them, and then go in with the foliage. Look, I've got so many. But I feel like you're going to be there for ages watching me just build that in otherwise, and I'd rather get another demo in so you can see something else as well. But just so you can know how that card shape came together. But don't forget, you are getting the card shape, but you're also getting in there the plaques with the sentiments. You're also getting the 3D flower heads, plus you are getting the reaching height florals as well, which are just absolutely stunning. It's such a lovely collection of flowers that you will use with so many collections that you have. And don't forget, you are getting a brand new colorway today as well, so you've got twice as many options with it, because you're going to have those 2 different colorways to choose from, which is very exciting. Right, let's crack on with another demo. Now, the teardrop and sweep, these are these not on the show? Because I thought these were on the show with them. I might be wrong. Oh, okay then. Oh, she's going to have a check, but we're going to carry on anyway. Anyway, so I've got the Teardrop and Sweep card shape. So these are the nesting dies. These are going to go on here. So I'm going to use this for my base. So that is going to go on there. And then I'm going to mat on another layer on top. So let's just grab some tape, because I'm just going to go in with a white on white for this. So let's just pop that there. And then grab another bit for that. And then pop that there. Right, so I've got my card shape, and then I've just got that mat that's going to sit there. Now the card shape that you've got in the collections, that halo card shape, I've cut it down so that wrap, so when we had it just now, when we wrapped around there to make almost like that vase, I've snipped that bit away, and it almost gives you like the half doily effect. So like I said, if you wanted to, you could quite easily go in and pop two of them together to make that full doily. Oh, funny. She's definitely in the Christmas spirit. She just said, they look quite Christmassy like that. Well, normally you wouldn't even quote Christmas. So she is definitely in the Christmas mode. Right, so we're going to add this in. I'm just going to glue this down onto the card. So let's pop this in. So I'm just going to use glue, and I'm going to put this down flat, because this is almost going to be like that texture in the background for us. So we're going to pop that there along, just down the side of the card like that. So we've got our card base, and now I'm going to bring in some of our foliage. Right, so I'm going to bring in, right, let's glue these first, so then they can set a bit. Right, so I'm going in with the 3D flower heads. Now, these have got little score lines in, okay, so you can fold these along, and then you've got that center bit of the flower, just pull that in a bit, and then glue the back of this petal onto that one, like that, and that gives you your flower. So you can see there. Now, one of the things I was doing, which, like I said, I don't know much about flowers, but that middle bit, you're going to snip it away. Okay. And then you're going to glue that petal and that petal onto each other, so they kind of wrap into each other. And then you've kind of made a bigger one. So you could have the smaller ones as if, so my thinking was that you'd have the smaller ones as if they're still closed, and then these ones as if they've like opened. Bunny saying, yeah, she doesn't agree with me. So what she was going to say was it looks more natural if some are open and some are closed, like a real bouquet of flowers. Okay. Well, you sounded like you were taking a good minute to think about what you were saying then, so I thought you were trying to say it in a polite way. Right, so we've got that one, and then this one, I'm going to do it like I just said, so it looks closed. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on there, and then wrap that round. That's going to go on the back of that one. And then what I would do, just make sure those hold out like that a sec, is just fold those petals back on themselves So like that. So you've got them like that. So you've got that one and you've got that one. So I'm going to add another one in there now. So let's add that in. And then I'm going to close this. So again, I'm just going to hold that. So what I like to do is just hold the bit that I've just glued with some tweezers and then just fold back on those other petals. So you're just kind of like rounding them a bit so they're not sharp. I always say though, if you're doing anything like this with 3D flowers, because I used to be exactly the same, where I used to like try and get every petal to look absolutely perfect, and no flower is perfect. You'll never see a perfect flower if you go out and pick 20 flowers. None of them will be perfect. So don't stress about trying to get your flowers to look perfect. So we're going to have that one there. We'll have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do them ones. Right, so let's start building this up. So let's grab, where's my, oh, let's grab some glue. And then I'm going to add in, now same with the leaves, you can easily, because you've got all of those lovely detailed cut lines in here, you can easily just go in and just pinch the leaves. And because you've got all that detail in there, even just going in and pinching them, you can see it adds some dimension, some texture, and all you're doing is just pinching them. All the work is there in the dies for you. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue on there, and then I'm going to add that one there like that, and then I'm going to do the same again, just give these a little bit of shape. Really does make a world of difference. And then a little bit of glue, and then that is going to go there like that. And then let's bring these in. So I'm going to add one of these along there like that, and then flip this one, and I'm going to add this one along the other side. So I'm just going to lift that up and tuck that in there. So I got one going this way, and then I got that one going that way like that. And then let's add in some of these flowers. So I'm going to put this open one here and pop this one that's closed there like that, and then we'll just keep building these up. So we'll add in some more, and that one there. And then let's add a little bit of glue. Oh, tuck that bit in, and then just wrap around. And just give them a little bit of a twist back. Obviously you can go in with this one as well with your ball tool, but just for speed I'm going to add another one. So I'm going to tuck that one there like that, so that one looks like it's by there. And then we'll do this one quickly. Tuck that in, wrap it round, and then add that on there. So then just wrap that back. And then the lovely thing with this, you could mix this in with the other colourway as well. So you could have like a load of these coming down, and then you could have them from the 2 different colourways as well. So you could have them all coming down together. A little bit of glue on that, and then I'm going to tack this one, I think, right there like that, with that one. And then I've got that little plaque, and like I said, you've got that lovely, almost like the halo effect around it, that kind of, it frames the plaque straight away. So I've got that again, and then I've just snipped away that outside bit. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back of here, so we can raise that up then from the back. It's going to look a bit more dimensional. I'll just go there like that. And then we've got For You from the sentiment. So I'm just going to put some glue onto that. Oh. So that can just go on there. And then I've got the little, what is this called? Like, I don't know. Yeah, but I imagine it's got like a fancy name. No, but I can't remember, and I can't remember. That is going to sit there. And then, yeah, Reaching Height Florals 2 of 2. So I'm going to stick that there so it looks as if it's on the stem of the flower. Stand. Flower stand. Yeah, but I feel like stand is what I would have called it, and you would have been like, Laura, there's a proper name for it. But I love using that card shape in the background. I think that halo just is so incredibly detailed. It really does draw your eye in. So it can make, like, if that wasn't there, the card would still be really striking and the flowers would stand out. But having that halo there adds that texture in. It draws your eye in to that, obviously that area of the card, because I've only used half of it. But it's just so, so pretty. Really lovely. Now I'm going to go through the boards because Ari just came in and she's given me a board. So we've got another board we can show you. So let me move that. Yay! As if by magic, it just appeared out of nowhere. So we now have, oh actually, should I put the other boards the right way around first? Oh, I got a bit too excited then. Right, so we've got the halo card shape board. So like we said, you do have the matte layers to go underneath. Now the lovely thing with this is those matte layers you can see are separate. So if you wanted just one side, you can do that. So you've got the outside here. And now these parts are the outside parts, obviously, that go here. So they're going to go there on this outside bit, okay? So then you've got them completely separate, so you can add those in, or maybe you want this to go on the edge of your card. So you're going to put that on the edge, and then you'll have this coming over the edge of your card. You've also got these corner pieces as well, which I think are equally just as stunning. You could use them on your squares, use them as tuck-ins, use them on your envelopes, or use them as photo holders. Really lovely one to be able to use. Then we've got the Reaching Heights. So this is Floral 2. So these are your plaques and your stand and your sentiments. You've got With Love, Celebrate and For You, which are really lovely. Like you can see, you've got the artwork in there, so it looks like golden writing. You've got even the details going around the plaques as well. So really nice to get those in 3 different shapes too. Then you've got your florals. So you've got those really, really big flower heads there with the peonies. You've got the bells, bell flowers and cosmos. Them? Oh, that's the same. Oh, okay. Okay. And then you've got your stems as well. So you can build these up. Now this is such a stunning one. That will just sit. Have I got one? You've got, oh yes I do. Like your flowers, you can just put on there, look, and that completes that flower. Really, really pretty. Obviously you've got all of your foliage there to build in as well, so you can really build them up, and you can see the difference in the colorways. I don't think I've got the darker one here. That would be that one. So you've got the darker purple and a lighter purple, so you can see how they have changed. Really pretty colours. Obviously mix and match the two colours as well. There's nothing stopping you using the two colourways together too. Then you've got the 3D ones. So these are the ones that we just used. So they were the ones that we just used on the card. We used those on the first demo, so obviously these have changed slight colours. But you can see how you can just build those up as much as you would like. I'm going to grab some of the design team samples. Shall we do the ones with the pop-up card? Because we didn't see them earlier, did we? Look, so these are all using obviously the brand new colorway, but it's also using our pop-up slot and stand card shape, which launched this morning. I think was it 35%? We got to, obviously that was earlier, we haven't checked since, so it might be more than that now. But all of the flowers that you can see on here are used from the Floral Embrace Collection. So you can really get an idea of how you can just build these up and bring these to life. They mix and match as well so well together. You can see how using them with different flowers, you can bring them in. You could keep using all of the same ones, like this one, you know, stick to the same colors, but they complete the card. You can have like any type of card base and then just put these on, and they're flowers as well, so they work for any occasion at all. It could be sympathy, it could be get well, thinking of you, birthday, it could be after, I caught it. It could be any occasion at all. I think everybody loves flowers, don't they? So it can be for absolutely anything at all. Right, I've got two more, so I'll go through one more, and then look at this. Sue did this. This bunny has decided this is our showstopper. Look at that. Isn't that so lovely? You've got the plaque there in the middle, but with all of those flowers built up, it just looks absolutely amazing. I think one of the nice things to do with this would be to just have, like if you're going to do it, have a session where you just build your own flowers. You know, just have like today, sit down, cut your flowers out, and then build up your 3D flowers and things, and just pop them in a little box next to you, or put them on the desk, and then the next day come back and then you've got all of your flowers there, and then you can just start building whatever you're going to build. And if you're going to build up one of the boxes or build up your card, I think it's really nice to do. I will be back at 3 and 8 tomorrow on Hobby Maker, so hopefully you can join me there for some more Floral Embrace inspiration. Then me and Bunny will be back on, I want to say Monday. She hasn't got a clue. She doesn't know. I'm sure it's Monday. It's Monday, and then I'm on Hobby Maker on Tuesday. It's definitely Monday with, is it Monday? Always clean and simple next week, and I'm thinking of the following Monday. It's the follow. No, next Friday I will be here. Yes. Am I allowed to say anything? Now the penny's clicked. I could hear that penny slowly falling. Am I allowed to say what I'm doing next Friday? Bunny's telling me I'm not. It is on the calendar. You know about it. Oh. Ah. He's not shouting yes, and he's not shouting no at me. Is that on the website calendar? Okay, so next Friday, I will be back up here with Bunny, and we will be showing you. That's next week. Oh, so what have we got next week? Right, we don't know. We don't. Clean and simple is next week, right? So Dawn will be back. I will be on Hobby Maker tomorrow. Dawn will be up next week for clean and simple. And then maybe next week I will be telling you about something very exciting the week after, because me and Bunny don't know where we are. Right, I hope you all have a lovely rest of the week, and hopefully we will see you next week. Bye.